the Children's Activity Business Academy podcast. I'm Chrissy Monaghan, your host, and I'm here to help you start, grow, and scale your business with confidence. And in today's podcast, I'm super excited because I have got the wonderful Katy here with me, who is one of my pop stars. And I've invited her on today to talk about her and her business and her journey today. And this is a great story, guys. So tune into this one. You're going to love this episode. So first of all, introduce yourself, Katy. Tell us all about you and your business.
Hello. Hi. So I run a business called Zoziumus Drama. I, for many years, about 8 years, have been a music and drama teacher in secondary schools. And when I had my children, I was thinking, what do I want to go back? Do I want to continue? And I found a lot of what I was doing with the teaching side of it, or all the politics around school, I wasn't enjoying very much. But what I did love doing was all the kind of drama, like the kind of extracurricular drama. I loved directing and things like that. But with my children, I found as they were kind of getting a little bit older and stuff, they just loved to bring stories to life, or I would bring stories to life to make it more interesting for them. So I was thinking about how I could combine all this. And then I also found that when I was doing drama things with different children, how their confidence would just grow and how they would just blossom. And I thought, well, how could I combine all this? How could I create something and maybe start at an early age? And then the idea of Zoziumus Drama came bit by bit.
and where did the name come from? Because it is such an interesting name. So why that name?
Well, there are a few kind of books and things around that are kind of interesting. I can't kind of go into too much detail about it because I can't officially use the actual meaning. But I found that I just wanted something silly and fun and kind of that it would just stand out. And Zoziumus has been used to describe things by some well-known authors as kind of like fun bits and pieces, really. And I also found that it was a nickname of a street performer. And I thought, well, that works really well. So I've got a street performer. So I thought, why not? Just something that stood out and make sure that drama was on there, so it kind of said what it was on the tin, really.
So basically, you were teaching, and then you decided, obviously, children come along and they change your life, as many of probably the listeners here or the viewers will have the exact same experience. And did you look at all the different options that are available to you? Like, did you look at becoming an independent? Obviously, you are an independent, a franchise, a license. What was your thought process?
Well, I'm really creative myself. Like, I love composing music. I do a lot of acting and things and direct and things myself. And I thought, if I was to go down becoming a franchisee for somebody, I'd battle against the creativity. I'd have my own ideas and want to do my own thing. And I think being my own boss, completely my own boss, was quite appealing to me.
Yep, okay. So you're one of these individuals that when I would have been interviewing, I would have been like, can you follow a system? Can you do this? Can you do that? And usually the answer is either yes or no, because if the answer is no, then really, you're not a franchisee in the making, you're basically an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So being an independent business obviously appealed to you. And you started, like, how many years have you been going? Were you in lockdown? Did you come out of lockdown?
Yeah, so I had these ideas kind of brewing before lockdown happened, and in January 2020 I thought, right, well, let's do a trial of what I have, the ideas I've got with some friends and children stuff, and it worked really, really well. I thought, brilliant, I could launch in March. And then I was like, no. So initially I thought, well, maybe I'm just gonna have to just wait and then I thought, as things started to lift, I thought, you know what, let's do another soft launch in November, but get a few people of the public or locally in to see if it works, especially with, I could see that so many children and children were suffering because of not seeing friends, not doing things, their anxiety levels. I thought with this sort of activity, which is non-performance based, it's all about just having fun really and being silly, could really build them. So I thought I'd try that out in November. Then obviously we had another lockdown.
Yeah.
And I decided, right, let's go online for a bit, which was really good for me because being a teacher, you teach children. You don't speak to adults. And speaking to adults was quite, I felt, performing in front of adults or my peers was quite scary. So going online on Zoom and having parents watching me prancing around like a nutter was really, really good and kind of gave me that next kind of level of knowing how to maybe do toddler classes and things like that, basically.
So that would have been, so then in January 2021, when I think we started opening up, we didn't open up in Scotland until April that year. We were in a really long lockdown. So then when did the business actually start getting real momentum then, like officially open the doors?
Officially opened in April. April
2021.
After the Easter holidays, it then kind of for that kind of summer period, basically.
Okay. So April 2021 is when you officially started basically getting the business moving forward. And what challenges, obviously apart from COVID and all the restrictions and everything else that was being enforced on everyone, what challenges did you face when you were getting the business established? Because it was a tricky time to be starting a business.
It's been mental, really. Yeah. I just needed to do something. There's lots of things, really, because obviously becoming an independent business, you've got to juggle wear many different hats. And yes, I could write schemes of work, which I kept doing and evolving and stuff like that. But I also have to market, have to do sales, have to kind of get people through the door, and keep them and things like that. So all of that was quite a challenge in itself. Word of mouth worked quite well, and I think people were desperate to get out and about.
Yeah, there was definitely a big surge across the whole sector.
Yeah.
And then obviously petered off.
Yes. So that kind of momentum, even though I wasn't massively marketing hugely over the summer, it was still quite at a high in the September. But I decided to trial out maybe doing baby classes and toddler classes and things, which had its ups and downs. Babies, it didn't really, even though it was lovely, didn't really translate. And toddlers was just getting the right momentum with it. And after school was working, so we were just trying lots of different bits and pieces.
Yeah, so it sounds like you do it, like
age groups as well.
Lots of different suites to see what works and what didn't work and everything else. And then so obviously you took part in my Market Like a Pop Star 5-day challenge back in October. Yeah. How did you come across it? How did you find it?
So once, I'd been really positive towards the end of the summer because before the summer holidays, because I was like, this is getting somewhere, this is brilliant. Then I did go very quiet over summer because I was away. Did the odd thing, but not enough. September, I had barely anybody. Everyone had come back, or people had gone, right, cost of living crisis, let's concentrate on other clubs and stuff. And I was just freaking out because I was like, I know this works. And I think I can't remember. No, I think I was staying with my father over half term, just before half term, and I saw an advert just pop up on my Facebook, and I thought, you know what? Someone that specialises in the children's sector for marketing and sales, I could really do with this and see what it's like. And I thought, right, I'll try the challenge over the half term and see what it brings me, and see if it's something that I could really use.
And what did you obviously, you got all involved in the challenge because obviously you were doing all your homework every day. And what did you enjoy about doing the challenge?
I think it just opened my eyes to things that I hadn't really considered, like really knowing your ideal customer, really making sure that you're really seen and everything's consistent in your branding, and going live, which was quite scary. It was kind of all those loads of ideas. So I think what is hard when you're an independent and there's nobody else is that you've got no one to bounce ideas off at all. And however wonderful my husband is, it's not his bag. So it's really hard to kind of have other ideas coming my way. I was like, okay, right, actually, maybe this could actually be really, really good and drive the business forward.
And like, obviously, I was really excited because when I opened the doors up on the Wednesday night, you were one of the ones that sprinted across the line, like straight away. And upgraded for like the VIP option, which was to work with, like directly, and we've had a blast in like the last like few weeks. So like, what made you decide, right, I'm gonna sign up and I'm gonna invest?
I think I'd spent lots of time investing in like the props and all of that side of it, but I was like, actually, I need to invest in myself, my knowledge, my understanding, so that I can then really drive the business forward. And they say, you make a loss in the first couple of years or so of business. And I thought, well, as long as I'm learning and then making it push forward, I think that's the most important thing at this stage. So I thought, right, no, I might as well just go for it.
All in.
Go all in. Otherwise, what's the point, really? I just thought, I can just dabble around it again and just go, why aren't people buying?
That is the thing. There does come a point where there's only so much your knowledge and skills will take you forward, and then you need to go to the next level. And obviously, when I started out 10 years ago, like Facebook was around. I don't think Instagram didn't really go on Instagram. I never was on Instagram. Facebook did a bit, but mainly I was out like walking the streets and putting flyers up on the community boards and stuff like that, and it was all sort of word of mouth. But the last couple of years, like it has sort of blown up in terms of like, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, the amount of other different platforms, the amount of providers as well that have come into the sector, like people like you who are looking for something new to do and a new challenge. And it is more competitive out there. And like even things like, there wasn't Canva, there wasn't like design tools. You used to pay, you get all your graphic designs done or you cobble things together. There was only just images. You didn't have options like reels and stories and videos. I mean, like now, there's such a fantastic opportunity for every children's activity provider out there to promote themselves and market themselves, because the tools are available at the fingertips. You've just got to utilize them. That wasn't there when I first started. There was no video. People didn't do video. People didn't see behind the scenes. People didn't do live. There was none of that. So it is a bit, things have blown up in terms of like, digital marketing, and skill knowledge is something, you have to like invest in yourself, which I found quite quickly, obviously, when I'd been in my business journey. At a point I was like, I need to get help because otherwise I'm not going to move forward. And so obviously you decided to invest in you, which I always say, you are the business's biggest asset. And it is something that most children activity providers neglect. They worry about spending money, which I get, but if you want to grow and you want to scale, you have to spend money. You've got to spend money to make money. It's just the way it is. So obviously we've been working together one-to-one, and we've been working together through the program, which obviously has the group coaching element. What have you learned in the last 2.5 months of us doing the work?
Well, so much. I think making sure you have a consistent presence and brand, it has been really, really important. Definitely showing yourself, because I think, especially parents, they want to see who's behind what's going on, and doing lives, talking about what you're doing. Look, I've still got a long way to go with that as well. And obviously, I have spent a bit more money out and I have rebranded, because my journey as an independent is that I started off at one place, but now it's completely evolved and I know what I am on the tin, but my branding wasn't showing that. Didn't help in any way. So with your idea, like having your ideas be able to bounce off you and you coming up with things that I'd never really even thought about has been absolutely brilliant to kind of evolve that. And with the program itself, I'm working on my blogs and stuff at the moment, which is not my area of expertise, but I can see how invaluable it is to really get the message across about what I offer and what I do.
Yeah, so guys, if you're listening or you're watching this on the video, go and check out Katy's socials, because we have done so much work. We have been working on a brand new website, which is going to be launched like soon, and we're really happy like how that's all coming along. We've been working on all the rebranding and all the assets, which look absolutely amazing. And Katy's obviously taken her marketing just up to the next level, which is what I've been telling her over the last few weeks. Like, that's the standard you need to be at, and this is how you get seen, and this is how you make yourself stand out in a very busy marketplace. So go and check them out, because they are brilliant. Go and check the reels out, because they are amazing. I love all your reels. They're so good. They were like, as soon as I saw them, they make me smile, which is what I want. Like, you know, when you're scrolling through, you want to see something that's going to make you smile. We need joy in our lives right now with everything that's going on. So they're really, really cool. So what difference has it made working with me and doing the program to your actual business? Like, are we starting to see the results? I expect, guys, like in 6 months' time, when Katy finishes her work with us, that she will be pushing, that big ball will be up the hill and momentum will be building. But at the minute, we're sowing seeds. We're like sowing the seeds to grow, grow a tree. So let us know. Tell us what difference.
So back when I began, I was probably about 25-30% full, which was pants, really. Just like, and bit by bit, it's been creeping up, and had quite a few trials, and we're about 64%, and I've got 2 classes completely sold out now.
Yeah,
which is incredible.
Yeah, so we're working. Oh, brilliant! Because we've been working.
So I'm really, really thrilled.
Yeah, on the trial model, going forward, like I do a lot of work, everyone, with people that do either paid trials or free trials, and bringing people into your world, because that's what it's all about: bringing people into your world, showing them what you do, showing them your value, and then obviously converting them, and then obviously your work as the person on the ground delivering the sessions is on retention, and only you can do that part, because that part can't be done by me. So what's the main takeaway so far that you felt like that's the one boom light bulb moment that I was like, right, that's where it's all happening now, this is where I need to be? Consistent presence. Right, yeah.
It keeps you being shown the whole time. If you just do the odd thing every now and again, and it's hard because, yes, I mean, I hope I'm going to get to the point where it's a proper integrated system that, you know, you talk about on the programme. But yes, it is to start off with. You've got to think about what's coming up that week, what you're going to post each day. But if I not doing that meant that I wasn't seen and people weren't finding me, whereas now people are going, oh, this is something new. I think I actually had parents say to me, is this brand new? I've never heard of you before. I was like, I've been going for a while. But that was my fault because I wasn't marketing it the right way. Yeah. So definitely that, and definitely showing you and what you are and who you are. Yeah. Not just
a logo, like a logo. Yeah, it's the
person. Not just a logo, it's you behind it.
Yeah, it's all about personal branding as well as obviously the business side of it all. And so, like, obviously, I'm really excited for 2023 for you. So, what's your plan? What's your ambitions for this year? What is on the business plan?
I'd like to open up a couple more classes, and I'd like to get more into schools and nurseries to as much as I can physically do.
Yeah, so join it all up, so you've got one big program.
That's the plan for this year, and then hopefully I can then maybe bring people on, etc. Would be amazing. And a franchise one day.
See it coming. I can see it coming. Yeah. So the plan is to sell out what we've got, add on some new locations, build obviously the community program, then get into nurseries and schools, so you've got enough work that's for the whole week, and then look at maybe recruiting teachers in to deliver on your behalf, and maybe like the long-term plan is to franchise in the future, which is no reason that you shouldn't be able to. Once you've tested the model, it's all about testing everything and getting all the systems and everything in place. Oh, well, Kate, thank you for chatting with us today. I'm really excited about your future, because I know from working with you that you've got the passion, you've got the belief, you're investing in yourself, you're putting it into the business. You should be getting results in 6 months' time. You're already seeing some of the beans, the sprouts are coming. And in 6 months' time, when you finish the program, you've got still another 4 months to go. You'll have that all bottomed out. You'll have a whole system in place, and you'll be marketing like a true pop star and be ready to fly the nest, so to speak, and obviously just keep building the brand. So thank you for talking to us today, and we've really enjoyed the session. So guys, if you love this episode today, keep checking out the podcast. I'm going to be doing more interviews with my pop stars over the next few weeks. And they're all a mixture. We've had franchisees, we'll have independents. They've all got different stories about why they came into the business, the sector, why they've set up their business, and their journey to date. So there's always something to learn. Go and check out the socials so you can see what Katy's doing. Give her reels a like, because they're amazing. Give them some love and some comments. And I'll see you all next time on the next podcast. Bye for now.